Hello all, and welcome to Duplicate Success International Monday Night Webinar. Today is Monday, January 22nd. My name is Randy Krebs, Gold Director from Salt Lake City, Utah. I have the distinct honor of introducing the host of tonight's webinar. He is a very well-respected business leader and mentor in this industry. You will definitely want to have your pen and paper out, sitting up, paying attention, and taking notes as you learn how this industry expert continues to build his business successfully. He has achieved the rank of Emerald Director within our company. He is the co-founder of Duplicate Success International. He is an amazing leader, mentor, and most importantly, I'm very proud to call him my son. Jared, are you on the line?
I am, Dad. Thank you so much for the great introduction. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for staying with us and working with us through these technical difficulties. I'm actually coming at you from McDonald's in San Antonio. McDonald's inside of a Walmart. Don't worry, I did not eat here. But Adriana Perez had a great appointment just now, and what was supposed to be a 45-minute appointment turned into a 2.5-hour appointment, and a huge enrollment, over $300 enrollment, and most importantly, these two people are going to have great results with their health. They're both dealing with significant health challenges, and so big kudos to you, Adriana, for making this happen. Very proud of you. I want to hear from you later on in the webinar. All right, so let's get started, guys, because we have some really great training, and we have a special guest that is a surprise guest that is going to be sharing with some great training on law of attraction tonight with you. But before we get into that, let's get right into our DMO. If you do these three things, you're going to be successful. Number one, do your 222 for the day. That's 2 new presentation videos, 2 follow-ups with prospects on the fence, and 2 calls to existing clients or team members. Next is 15 minutes or more of personal development material each day. That's reading books, listening to audios, or being on webinars. And number 3 is doing 1 event per week. That's a home event or a local home mixer or local event. And these are the 3 keys to success. If you do these 3 things, you will be successful. There's 10 things to expect when you're building your business. Number 1, there are going to be ups and downs. Number 2, success or failure is up to you. If you succeed, it's because of you. If you fail, it's because of you, not because of your upline. Number 3, the goal is for you to become independent as quickly as possible, for you to be able to do your own events and your own meetings. Number 4, plan, do, review, and adjust. That's how it is. You plan your work on Sundays. You do it. You execute throughout the week. You review on Saturdays. You adjust, and you go again. And that's literally what we've done for over 12 years. Number 5, it's going to take time. It's going to take 1 year to become competent. It's going to take 3 years to make a significant part-time income. It's going to take 5 years to do a significant full-time income, and 7 years to become world-class. Number 6, it takes consistent work and hustle. Number 7, you're going to have to grow and get outside of your comfort zone. Number 8, improve your skills. Number 9, focus. And number 10, mental toughness. You need all those things to be successful. So expect that when you're building your business. Next slide. Team recognition. So let's recognize people that have become clients in the last week. First of all, I want to welcome Laura Irish, new client introduced by Sally Passain. Big congratulations to you, Sally. Fantastic job. And also welcome to Laura. Next, let's welcome Nate Lovelady, new client introduced by Jared Harris. Fantastic job, Jared. And welcome, Nate. Next, let's welcome the new associates that started with us in the last week. Welcome Adriana Salas, from new associate introduced by Lillian Galdiano. Fantastic job, Lillian, and welcome Adriana. Next, welcome to our special recognition. Let's do some special recognition. We were number 17 top earning emeralds in the United States market. Thank you, team. We appreciate you and love you. Next, Tila Bancini, number 6 top client enroller in the United States. Congratulations, Tila. That's a big accomplishment. Tila is our new associate out of Swartz Creek, Michigan. Congratulations, Tila. Also, we were number 19 top associate enrollers in the United States. Nice picture, Dad. That's us getting out of the airport in San Antonio. Thank you. Next, number 19 top associate enroller, Lillian Galdiano. Way to go, Lillian. Really proud of you for making this list. Next, special announcements. Okay, here we go. Special announcements. The Future Leaders Incentive's going on still. And that's from the USANA corporate office. Keep going to the next slide. That's actually, it's actually over now, so we need to remove this slide. Or actually, no, this is the last week. It ends this week, but you get it by rake advancing and maintaining a certain income over a 12-week period. Next slide. Now we have our challenge to you to DMO going on. And this is over. This contest ended last Friday. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay, my computer's finally on. All right. Can you guys hear me okay still? Everything good?
Yes.
Okay. Let's continue on. So next slide. We have our winners. So coming in first place, Denise Garcia. Second place, Sally Passain. And third place, Jared Harris. Super congratulations to the top three. Denise, you are going to get $200 cash. Denise, you are going to get Ice Cold Rev 3 throughout the entire challenge. Denise, you get to choose first out of the top 9 gold and above coaching sessions. And you get your lunch paid for on both days of Challenge U. So, yeah, Denise, you are going to have a great, amazing event. And I want to acknowledge you for all of your work, your consistency, and everything you've done. I'm super proud of you, Denise. Sally Passain, you are going to get $125 cash. You're also going to get lunch paid for at one of the days of Challenge U, and then Rev 3 both days. And you get to choose second of all the top 9 golds and above that are available for coaching sessions. Sally, I'm super proud of you. This is a big accomplishment, especially for a new associate. Big congratulations. And Jared Harris, my man, your first time placing. Super proud of you, bro. You're going to be getting $75 cash. You're going to be getting Ice Cold Rev 3 throughout the entire Challenge U event. And you get to choose third amongst the top 9 coaching with the top golds and above. Jared, I'm super proud of you, bro. I'm seeing you grow. And now look at you. You're winning nationwide contests now. So I want to actually hear from each one of the top 3 winners. But before we do, I want to go to the next slide. And I want to recognize everybody who placed in the who placed for the coaching. So go to the next slide, please, Dad.
I don't have that posted, the scores.
Oh, okay, no problem. So fourth place, there was another slide. I don't know if I guess you didn't get it, but fourth place was Lillian Galdiano. Actually, it was a tie for fourth between Lillian Galdiano, Phyllis Walker, and Carlos Gomez. So all 3 of you are tied for third. I don't know what you're quite doing there, Dad. It's fine, though. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Smooth. And so how we did that, by the way, is it was a tie in score for fourth, but since Lillian enrolled an associate, she takes fourth, and then Carlos and Phyllis, we based it off of CVP growth from the previous 10 weeks. So that's kind of just part of it when there's a tie. Those are the tiebreakers. But big congratulations to you 3. And then the last 3 was Mike Baez, Clayton Hell, and Ralph Baez. Super proud of you guys. You're all going to get 30-minute coaching sessions with a top leader in USANA. That is the most valuable thing. And honestly, it's probably more valuable than the cash and more valuable than the free lunches and everything else, is this 30-minute coaching session with a top leader who's made it big in USANA. So big congratulations to you guys. Keep your eyes out for the next contest that we do as a team. It's going to be coming out soon. It's going to be all around social media too, by the way. So be ready for that. All right, so let's go to the next slide. And actually, before we go to the next slide, can we unmute Denise? And Denise, are you there? I want to ask you some questions, congratulate you. Maybe, Dad, can you just display the top 3 winners? Denise, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm unmuted.
Awesome. Congratulations, Denise.
Thank you.
So tell us, I know that there was a lot of these times where you took second or third or didn't place because you missed so many WAPs. But this time you did not miss a WAP. You were just crazy about it. You had 2 perfect DMOs. Like, what switched for you to help you get that consistency with your WAPs?
A lot of it is good old competition, but, seeing that have never been able to win because I may have forgotten, gotten home late from wherever, or, just didn't do it for whatever reason. And making, like you said, second, third, or not placing at all. So finally I said, this one is it. I've got to win this one. So I made sure to do it every Sunday. And, it just, I made it a priority, one. And then two, it helped me to, like the weeks that I did the perfect DMO, that helps me to stay consistent. So it really helped me, to stay in the game, and it really paid off.
So awesome. I'm really, really proud of you, Denise.
Thank you.
And thank you for your consistency. Thank you for leading by example. Thank you for signing up so many associates and clients on auto order and just being a great example of doing this part-time and being successful. Thank you for making checks every single week, because that means you're serving people. I mean, you've been making checks every week for what, 7 months, 8 months?
I think it is around 7 or 8 months. I'm not sure to be exact, but yes.
Never misses a check. Awesome, Denise. Big congratulations. I can't wait to spoil you at Challenge U.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. All right, let's go to Sally Passain. Sally, can you unmute yourself? Sally, are you there? Sally. Okay, she may be having some technical difficulties. We'll come back to Sally at the end. Jared Harris, my man, can you unmute yourself? Third place.
Hey, how's it going, Jared?
Hey, good. Congratulations, Jared. Oh, there's Sally. Okay, let's go to Sally. We'll go to the Jared after. Sally.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Sally. Sally's having connectivity issues. We'll go to Jared. Jared, are you there?
Yes, I am.
So, Jared, I want to acknowledge you.
Yes, I can.
Jared.
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we don't hear you very well. Sally, we don't hear you very well. Let's try you after Jared. See if you can get into a better reception. Okay, Jared.
Yes.
I want to first of all acknowledge you for being so consistent with your WAPs. You've been a perfect WAPper for so long, and now you popped into third place because you're signing people up on auto order, bro. And I'm proud of you for sticking to the system. I'm so proud of you for doing your DMO, for putting people first. And, this enrollment you had of Nathan Lovelady is what popped you into third place, and you registered for Challenge U. You did your WAPs. You just really gave it your all. And here you are, man. So I'm super proud of you. What do you have to say to the team? What has helped you be so consistent? What has helped you overcome all the challenges you've had to overcome?
Well, the first thing that I've noticed lately, Jared, is that my confidence has started to go down low right now. And ever since I started reading High Performance Habits from Brendan Butcher for my personal development time, I just noticed that lately that I have not been really good and really well with courage right now. Because right before I enrolled Nate as my new client and have him on auto order, I've noticed that I've been so scared and I've been so nervous in the past with the friends and the family and whom I prospected with, and how I just let go of just following the script. And what I did was that, you know what, it doesn't matter what they say to me. It just matters of what my upline has experienced on their own, and taking courage and just standing up for myself, what I believe that is true in my heart. And and I just, cared about the individual the best that I possibly can. And I, look at my DMO on a daily basis as a priority, as an important thing to take courage. And no matter what happens or no matter what people say, it's just a matter of getting it done and going out there and blessing people's lives. Are you there? Jared?
Oh my God, I was just talking and it was on mute. Jared, I'm super proud of you, man. Thank you for being a great example of overcoming obstacles.
Thank you.
Really impressive, man. Congratulations on your winnings.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see if Sally Passane's available. Are you there, Sally?
Can you hear me?
A little
Can you hear
better.
me now?
Yes, we
A little
can.
better? Okay.
Sally,
Well, first of all, woohoo!
yes, big congratulations. Sally, I think what I love the most about you is how you've implemented all of these things from a distance. You know, you don't have really anybody coaching you locally, but you just follow everything you see on the webinars. You just have applied everything. And I want to give a big shout out to Randy and Viola Krebs as well for guiding you through the weekly action plans and showing you all the specifics, because you've taken it and ran with it, and now you're winning nationwide contests. I'm super proud of you, Sally. Share with us what helped you get to the top in this contest.
Well, first of all, I do want to make mention of Randy and Viola Krebs. Without them mentoring me and being there for me every single step of the way, goodness sakes, I'm getting goosebumps. I couldn't have done any of this, because it's difficult to do from afar. And I would lose, we all would lose our inspiration for it all if we didn't have what they provide. And that's just, gosh, they're just always there for me. Step the box. I'm so excited.
That's right.
Gosh, I just wanted to do it again after I was done. And so I've already got another one lined up. And I pretty much owe it all to them. I mean, I'm here and I want to do it. But if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to do it, because I'm a very visual person and I don't understand a lot of things. Like, I'm not really good at reading, but show me a picture and I can do it. And Randy is forever showing me, sharing the screen, doing something and coaching me right along. So I really to them. I'd really like to dedicate it to them, and I appreciate it so much, and I'm super excited. Challenge.
Sally, you've done so phenomenal. I'm really, really proud of you. And I think what I love the most about it is you've laid down the foundation of the habits to make this into a significant part-time income in the next 3 years and a significant full-time in the next 5 to 7 years. And that's really a short amount of time if you think about how long it takes to get a college degree, or what you would have to do to make that in another career. So super proud of you, Sally. You're just getting started, but man, what a great start you've made.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And Dad, can you go to the next slide? I just want to also recognize everybody. Oh, yeah, so this is what the winners get. Go back one so you guys can see. So the winners, first place gets Ice Cold Rev 3, the entire event, lunch paid for both days. Second place gets Ice Cold Rev 3, the entire event, lunch paid for on Friday. And third place gets Ice Cold Rev, the entire event. So that is what's coming to you, top 3 winners. And then we already showed the people who placed 4 through 9. I want to just here's who you get to choose from coaching. So Denise, you get to choose from you get to choose first of all these people. 5-star diamond Brian Penrod. I know that was huge for Adriana last time. Or 5-star diamond Monica Penrod, or 1-star diamond Matt Ryan. Diamond director Elisa Grazzi from Toronto. Ruby director Bang Jung. Emerald director Andre Gordon. Executive Gold Director Angela Gray, Emerald Director Brian Bulkey, or Emerald Director Melanie Etheridge. So this is like a lineup of superstars that you guys are going to get coaching from. And so Denise picks first, Sally picks second, Jared picks third, and it goes on from there. Big congratulations. This is the most valuable part. Next slide. When you add people, make sure that you add them to USANA clients page. Adriana's got a big one to add right now. Super proud of you, Adriana. Make sure you add them in the group. Make sure you post make a post with a picture. Next slide. When you enroll a new associate, make sure you add them to Team DSI. That is our team page. Make sure you add them here and you add them to the group. Make a post. And please comment. You guys do a great job on commenting. Really appreciate that. If you really want to take your business to the next level and provide extra value, I suggest you invest in the 1 year protocols for Dr. Ladd, because what this is basically ability to ask Dr. Ladd McNamara questions on Facebook private group and have access to all of his protocols for $199 a year. But with the Team DSI coupon code, the price goes down to $129. So really a small amount to pay to have access to a doctor who can answer questions for you on a regular basis. My mom's update. Mom, I'm so proud of you. And I want to give you guys the update. My mom had her surgery this last Thursday. It's been about 10 days, and she is doing really, really well. She's definitely relaxing at home, taking her vitamins. She's taking tons of USANA. It's helping her bounce back. She was able to leave the hospital within 2 days. Sometimes people stay as long as 2 weeks, but she bounced back so fast, she was able to be home within 2 days. Me and Crystal were fortunate enough to spend a week with her out in Salt Lake last week, and it was so great. We just hung out at the house every single day. We drank Rev 3s. We watched movies. We played pool, and we played board games and had just a great time. And she's just healing. She's got 3 more chemos coming up in February and March, and then she'll be done. So, Mom, I'm super proud of you. Thank you for inspiring the team, and we all love you. All right, so we have the training now, and I want to make sure that Steve Klein is also unmuted. Steve, are you there? My man, Steve, Certified Dream Builder Coach.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes,
and Steve, are you going to want to show your webcam on when you're talking to everyone, or how would you like to do it?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just
I think.
Go ahead.
I think the webcam would be good if you can. I'm going to start with my webcam, and I'm going to share some things I'm building with Law of Attraction, and then we'll go into, and then I'll introduce you on the webcam.
Okay.
Okay? All right, guys, you're in for a great, great training. So let's get into this. And for editing purposes, Dad, can you move the mouse? I'm going to turn on. And then, Dad, can you actually also stop the screen share after the first slide? In 5, 4, 3. Hello, my name is Jared Krebs. I'm pictured here with my wife, Crystal. We're Emerald Directors, co-founders of Team DSI. And today's training is all about building your business with the law of attraction. And I have been with USANA now. I'm in my 13th year. And I can tell you that I have used the law of attraction to stay successful at this. You know, it's one thing to have results, but it's a whole nother thing to keep them going and to grow them. And so I want to basically go onto my webcam and just talk to you a little bit about some strategies. And then I want to bring on top Dream Builder coach, Steven Klein. All right, let me put my webcam. Just 1 second. Adriana, can you be my videographer here? Just sit right here and just, okay. Adriana's going to actually video it. Yep. Okay. There we go.
What do I have to do? Just hold it?
Yeah, just video. Can you guys see me okay?
No, we lost
All right.
picture.
I think it locked the screen.
We lost the picture.
I'm switching my computer. Can you see me? Switching my computer.
We did for a second.
Hold on.
I see somebody.
Okay. How about now? Can you see me okay?
That's better.
Much better?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. I'm coming at you live from McDonald's in the middle of a Walmart because Adriana here, say hello, Adriana, had a great appointment here at McDonald's. Thank you, Adriana, for being a rock star and making big business happen. And so we got kind of stuck here at McDonald's. You know, I was planning on coming home and basically getting ready, doing the webinar from home. The meeting that was supposed to be 45 minutes turned into two and a half hours because they signed up. Can you tell them that? That's fine. He's done. So they're done banging chairs around here at the McDonald's. So I'm sure they appreciate us being here. But what I wanted to talk to you about tonight was the law of attraction, and basically share with you some strategies and tips, and basically talk about how we are what we think. We're a magnet. I'm a magnet. You're a magnet. Adriana's a magnet. Steve's a magnet. Everybody who's watching this webinar, we're all magnetized by our thoughts. So our thoughts are basically, our thoughts lead to our emotions. Our emotions is what creates the magnetism. So, have you ever experienced someone who's really positive and you just want to be around them because you know their positivity, their emotions, they're positive, and so you want to be around that person. Why do you want to be around them? Why are you attracted to them? You're attracted to them because of their positivity, because of their vibration. And then have you ever been around someone who's in a bad mood, who's just who's just yelling at you, or just someone who you can tell is just in a horrible state? And then you want to repel, you want to get away from them. Well, that's the same thing with law of attraction and your goals. And so when I learned about this, I'm like, man, I'm going to use law of attraction to achieve my goals. I'm going to use law of attraction to make this happen. And the main thing that I learned was that it takes 17 seconds for you to send that vibration out. So when I say 17 seconds, basically what that is 17 seconds of thinking a certain thought. Most of you don't want to most of you don't want to think about a certain thought that's positive for 17 seconds. Most of the time it's like, oh, okay, man, it'd be nice if my business was growing. And then, oh, this person dropped out, and oh, this person said no, and that person said no, and this and that, and this isn't happening fast enough. And so it's easy for us to think a lot about why our business isn't growing fast enough, but it takes a whole different discipline to think about something for 17 seconds in a positive way. Why 17 seconds? 17 seconds is what Abraham Hicks says to do. And I don't know all the scientific reasons, but Abraham Hicks has coached people from around the world on law of attraction, and so I just do it. So here's an example. Here's what I say to myself every morning, and I say it 5 times. I say, our USANA business has more auto orders in every cycle than ever before. Our USANA business has more auto orders in every cycle than ever before. I love the feeling of our USANA business having more auto orders in every cycle than ever before. I love the feeling of our USANA business having more auto orders in every cycle than ever before. I love the feeling of our USANA business having more auto orders in every cycle than ever before. And do you guys feel my vibration? Do you feel how I sent out a vibe that's basically like a positivity, right? Now, the reason why I say I love the feeling in front of that is because the critical mind says, your USANA business doesn't have more auto orders than ever before. The critical mind starts shooting you down. But if you say, I love the feeling, then it's like, oh, I love the feeling. That is true. I love the feeling of our USANA business having more auto orders than ever before. And what's important is the feeling. So I magnetize myself around that, and then I make phone calls. Okay? So I'm driving to this appointment with Adriana. I say, I'm driving. I think 5 times. I love the feeling of our USANA business having more auto orders in every cycle than ever before. I say that. And then I come to this appointment, and the appointment goes so well, and we sign someone up. Now, what about if someone drops out? Because guess what? I had a call like that today as well. I had a call where someone's like, oh, I don't know if I can stay on auto order or whatever. Well, that's called contrast. When something happens that you don't like, which that happened to me today as well. It's not like everything just happens wonderful for me all the time. It's key that I still make sure that I feel the positive feelings. And I need to consciously put myself there, consciously feel grateful for what I do have. Because if I don't do that, especially when I have negative news, okay, it's negative. When someone says, I'm going to drop out, or, I'm not going to keep my order going. Well, then I'm like, I could go down this spiral of, oh, it's never going to happen. And then I could think for 17 seconds about all that. But instead I said, okay, I totally understand. Do what you got to do. Totally understand. Thank you for being such a great client for so long. I end the call, and then I love the feeling of having more auto orders in every cycle than ever before. I love the feeling. I do love that feeling, right? So this is a strategy, guys, that I know it sounds like maybe it's a little woo-woo or it's a little, whatever, like not cool. I don't care. I've made almost $1 million doing this. And I've been doing this type of affirmation work for over 12 years now. So it definitely works. And we have a special guest on our call named Steve Klein, who's one of our best team members. He's been with our team since 2010, but he's been with USANA for over 20 years. And he is a certified Dream Builder coach. So I wanted to bring him on for the last 10 minutes of today's training and have him share some specific strategies, because Steve has actually gotten certified. He spent thousands of dollars to learn from Mary Morrissey, who's one of the top Dream Builder coaches and coaches in law of attraction in the entire world. And Steve has not only used it for his business, which is growing, but he's also used it for all aspects of his life. So without further ado, Steve Klein, welcome to the call.
Thanks, Jared. Thank you.
Yes.
Am I on video yet?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Awesome. Very good. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks for the time. Jared gave me all of about an hour to get this together, so bear with me. I'm going to take you through what is about, just briefly, week 1 and week 2 of my training. It's a 12-week training program, and it's very extensive. And like Jared said, Mary Morrissey, she's been doing this for over 40 years. She's spoken at the United Nations. She's met with the Dalai Lama 3 times. She's met with Nelson Mandela. She's a brilliant teacher, and she synthesizes all this stuff so that it's very accessible and compassionate and compelling. So, it's not woo-woo. I know Jared said that, and I used to think that myself. And when it really starts happening for you, you really start understanding the power of it. So I really want to lighten up a little bit and tell you a story. So a man goes to the bank to cash a check, and he goes up to the teller and he says, "Can you cash this check?" And the teller looks at the check and says, "Yeah, I can cash this check. Just put your name on the back of it, and I'll give you the money." The guy says, "Whoa, wait a minute. I don't want to put my name on the check and hand it to you. You may not give me the money back, and you're holding the check." And the teller says, "Well, you have to sign. That's bank policy." The man says, "Well, I just feel uncomfortable with putting my name on the check. And you're holding it. You may not give the money." He says, "No, assure me. I'll give you the money. Just put your name on the check." He says, "Well, I just don't feel comfortable. Could you please give me just this one time, just give me the money, and I promise you I'll put my name on the check." And the teller finally says, "I can't help it. You'll have to leave." So he goes to the next bank and he goes through the same routine. And again, he's refused service. He goes to a third bank. He's having the same conversation with this young teller, explaining how he's uncomfortable and he doesn't want to put his name on the back of the check and hand it to him and not get the money. Finally, this young teller just had it with this guy, and he reaches under his counter and he pulls out this rubber baseball bat. He reaches across the counter and he whacks the guy on the head. He says, "Sign the darn check." And he signs the check, and he hands it over, and he gets his money. So he goes back to the first bank, and he goes to the teller and says, "Look, down the street, I got my money." The teller says, "Yeah, but I'm sure you had to sign the back of the check." And he said, "You had to do that first." And the guy says, "Well, yeah, I did. But you see, no one ever explained it to me the way he did." Well, I'm not going to bash you in the head with anything. The main teaching point is you can't have your dream or your vision unless you sign your name on the check. And really, you need to commit to it. And when I take people through this, the hardest thing is getting them. You get to a point in the training that they have to decide that they really want it. And there's things they have to get rid of in their life. But let's talk a little bit about, one thing that always comes to me when I'm starting a training like this is you have to really remember that everything has been created twice. Everything was once a thought before it became a thing. Just look around you. Everything was a thought before it became a thing. So you have to create the vision in your head, where you want to be with your business, where you want to be in your life. And Wallace Wattles, he's the author of The Science of Being Great. He said, "You'll never do great things in the external world until you think great things in the internal." We live in an inside-out universe, and the point of power is within you. what is within you is greater than anything outside of you. Your circumstances, your history, how you grew up, your education, your current bank account, whatever it may be. It's all circumstances around you. And I want to encourage you to really, when you sit down to create a vision, is let your imagination run free. I mean, it's your dream. It can be as big as you want it to be. You have the capacity to create whatever you want. So you have to think about, what would I love to be? What would I love to have? What would I love to give? What would I love to create? And what you bring to is uniquely you. It's unique you. And Wallace Waddle said again, in The Science of Getting Rich, the best way to serve God and other people is by becoming the best you can. So, are you willing to sign your name on the check? That's what we got to ask yourself. Am I just playing around with this, or am I serious about it? Are you willing to step into this phase of your own becoming? Because not everything in your life right now can come with you. Are you willing to play full out? If you are, then write the date down, the time that you wrote your name on your check, or whatever you want to call it, and as you wait, that you can remember, look back in this time and see when it all began. So, in writing your dream, we work with a 3-year vision. Pick a time 3 years from now when you've accomplished all the things that you want to in your dream. And these are the areas that you want to look at. You want to look at your health. You want to look at your career, your creative expression, your relationships, and your financial freedom. And then allow your imagination to run free. Imagine what you would truly love to experience in these 4 areas 3 years from now. And make it as vividly detailed as possible. You know, your mind, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between something that's real or something that's vividly imagined. So if you vividly imagine this and you train your subconscious on a daily basis, which we'll talk about later, that you start to carry yourself as if you've already, your subconscious mind believes that you've already accomplished these things. So you carry yourself at a higher level. And that's where you have the law of attraction on the higher frequency. What you put out, you're a completely different person. You're actually coming from your dream. I'll talk about that in a minute too. So write it down. It's important not just to think it, but to ink it. Bathe your dream in gratitude. I'm so happy and grateful now that, and Waddle says to be as grateful for it now as you expect to be when you actually receive it. And think about I am, the word I am. It's a sacred name. There's power in what we start each day, part of our vision, with the words I am. And write it in present. State your vision in the present as if you're already living that life. Be specific. Create the blueprint. Paint the picture. When we get definite with the universe gets definite with us. This or something even better still. That's how I end my vision, and encourage you all to end your vision with, is this or something even better still. So you hold your dream with an open hand. This allows room for God to do the work. Send your dream to me, and then that's how I do it. I have everybody send their dream, and I go through it, and we help create it and develop it what it should be. So, to remember this, the point of power is within you. We live in a inside-out universe. We have the capacity and the power within you to create whatever you want. You have it. We talked about your vision statement, the 4 domains: health, career, or your creative expression, relationships, and financial freedom. Then bathe your dream in gratitude. So it's all about putting yourself in a vibrational match with your dream. And it's about raising your awareness. You'll be amazed at the things that will start happening and what Ralph Waldo or Thoreau called in common time. And the common hours, the things that will start happening to you as your subconscious mind starts living your dream. And think about when you're writing your dream. And there's 5 steps you might want to write these down. Does it give me more life? Number 2, does it align with my core values? Number 3, does it make me grow? Number 4, does it require help from a higher power? And number 5, does it have good in it for others? You want to be able to answer yes to all of those questions. All of those.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. Number 1, does it give me more life?
Okay.
Number 2, does it align with my core values? Number 3,
okay.
Does it make me grow?
Okay.
Number 4, does it require help from a higher power?
Okay.
And number 5, does it have good in it for others?
Awesome.
So we must let the dream build us. If our dream is big enough, it'll require that we become a different person than we are today. We don't go get to our dreams, we come from them. So in order to come from it, we must become it. And that's what we're talking about, training your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind believes it's already happened. So the person of the future that is now operating today already believes that these things have already happened. So you're operating yourself on a higher frequency. And that's when the law of attraction starts to happen. You start to attract people in your life that you never would have run into before. A good example of that is I took my daughter, who's 20, Avery. She's actually youth on a business as well. She went through this training and got to a certain portion of it where things start happening in your life. You're living your dream in your mind. And she called me one day and she said, "Dad, you won't believe what happened to me." And I said, "Well, I probably will, but tell me." And she said, "Well, I was at a club and I was standing getting a drink, and I turned around and there was this older gentleman behind me, and he said, well, Avery said, she introduced herself, and they got to talking, and he was in his 50s, and he got real interested in her for some reason and asked her what she does. And she said, well, I don't really do much now, but I've got this great business idea, which she's been working through in the dream building. And she explained it to him a little bit, and he goes, hey, get your drink and come over and sit down. So they sat down at the table, and he goes, tell me more about this. So she explained him the business idea, and she said, he said, do you have a prospectus for this? And she said, no, not yet. I'm still working on it. And he said, well, get the prospectus together. Right now, I'd like to put $30,000 in this. And she was like, Dad, where would I ever run into some guy? And actually, this guy turned out to be, I don't know if you guys know Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live, but it was his father. He lives here in Tulsa. So she ran into people that you normally wouldn't run into that wanted to put money behind her in her business idea. So we thought that was, I mean, that's really taking it to, you take yourself to another level, operating on a different frequency and attracting people into your life that you normally wouldn't attract. So just make it fun, make it exciting when you're writing your dream, make it as vivid as possible. What are you doing? What are the people doing around you? Here's some ideas and other ideas to think about. What does, allow yourself to put on that life. What does that person do, say, eat, wear? The person that you are in the future. What do they wear? What do they eat? Who do you hang out with? What kind of conversations do you have? How does that person walk out the door in the morning? What does that person watch on television? What does that person read? Step into your vision and put on that person. And this is the most powerful way to begin to tuning into the frequency of your dream. So I encourage you all, one thing you can do is take a step in the direction of your dream this week, write it down, stare it down. I actually have and Jared and I have gone through this before, written in great detail, a day in the life, and write it as a movie script. And I encourage you to write it, then record it, and listen to it on a daily basis, 2 to 3 times a day, after you meditate for 7 to 30 minutes. And everybody, a lot of people say, oh, I can't meditate, but everybody can meditate in some manner, and there's so many ways to meditate, so I won't get into that. But do your meditation, and then do your visualization, and work on your subconscious mind, and become that person, operate on a higher frequency, and attract people into your life to help you live your dream. That's all I have. I don't know if anybody has any questions.
Steve, thank you so much. I was just in the chat writing that we need to bring you back on a day we have more time, because this is not a subject you can just talk about in 10 minutes. And
Right.
I do love what you said, though. I wrote down those 5 things about the things to ask yourself. And I'm just thinking with USANA, does USANA give me more life? Absolutely. Does it align with my core values? Yes, it does. Does it make me grow? Heck yeah, it does. Does it require help from a higher power? Definitely. And does it have good for others in it? Yes.
Sure.
And I just love that. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for sharing that great story too about cashing the check and the guy not wanting to sign it. And I mean, like, I can't wait to have you back where we have more time and have you develop more of these things, because I know that it's very, very high value, and it's put you in a really great place in life. And that's, the results are in the results are there, So do you have any final words to say to everyone before we end the training?
Just thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And rock on, USANA.
That's right. Thank you, Steve. We're going to have you back for sure. Right. Dad, can you show the slides again, please? And we'll turn off our webcams. And just don't go anywhere, guys. Don't go anywhere. We have some big events coming up. Today is the last day to get your Challenge U ticket at the $129 price for San Antonio. Salt Lake City, you have your Challenge U happening this upcoming weekend, so that's super exciting. But for San Antonio, tonight is the last night to get the $129 price. Remember that everybody who attends Challenge U gets a free ticket to convention. I am not kidding about that. That's over a $279 value, and you're going to have to buy that anyways to go to convention. That's the most important event of the year, but you get it for free just for going to Challenge U. So I'm super proud of everyone that's going, and I want to encourage you to get your ticket if you haven't already. Tonight's the last night for San Antonio. Next slide, please. So that's the events right there, Salt Lake City and San Antonio. San Antonio is February 8th through the 10th. So those of you who are watching, if you haven't already set aside the days, it's February 8th through the 10th in San Antonio. And Salt Lake City is this weekend, January 25th through the 27th. You can still get your ticket for Salt Lake City as well. And those of you who are brand new, like Adriana Salas, I know you're watching right now with Lillian Galdiano. Welcome to the team, Adriana. I want to highly encourage you to attend Challenge U if possible, because an event like this normally costs $2,000 after you add up the plane, or probably $1,000 after you add up the plane tickets and the event passes and the hotel and all this stuff. And it's in your own backyard in San Antonio to get a professional training. And also they're going to do a big part on the skincare line and the health side of USANA. So it's definitely going to be high value for your health and your finances. Then also the Sweet Retreat is coming up February 1st through the 3rd in Costa Mesa, California. This event is ladies only. They bring up all the top women leaders. My wife is going to be going. Megan Martinez is going to be going, as well as many, many top females on our team. Super proud of all of you for going. And if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, contact my wife for more information. Next slide. The national celebrations are coming up as well. So in Washington, D.C., March 10th. San Antonio, March 17th. Long Beach, April 6th. Flushing, New York, April 6th, and Chicago, Illinois, April 14th. So it's definitely a big time for USANA, growing all over the United States. Next slide. And then International Convention, guys, that's the most important event of the entire year. The ticket is $279, and you have until July 2018 to get your ticket. But if you get your Challenge U ticket, this is free. literally you're going to have a free international convention pass. So I highly recommend that you go to Challenge U, but if you don't, make sure you plan in your budget for the $279 international convention pass. This is where all the it's like over 10,000 associates from all 20 countries are there. It's the biggest, most important event of the year. Next slide. And GoPro is happening in Las Vegas December 4th through the 6th. And that is a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So literally it's happening in the middle of the week in Las Vegas. And it's going to be amazing. This event is an event that has all the different network marketing companies there. Highly, highly recommend it. Let us know if you want to go to that event. But go ahead and just mark your calendars for December 4th through the 6th, Las Vegas. Next slide. Texas Associates. Oh, you already know this. Free USANA ticket for getting your Challenge U and attending Challenge U, which is super exciting. Next slide. Utah Associates. There's a Thursday Health and Freedom this Thursday, and that's the kickoff of Challenge U. So bring guests. Thursday, 7 p.m., USANA World Headquarters. You're going to hear from Dr. Brian Dixon, the Executive Director of Health and Science Education for USANA, and one-star Executive Foundation Diamond, Matt Ryan, who's a top earner in San Antonio and around the world. And this is the picture of the bins I keep in the trunk of my car. I want to encourage you to always be that leader. Always have your own computer. Always have your own copies. You be that leader. Don't rely on your upline for their stuff. You be the one that can share USANA with people, because you never know who you're going to be able to help. And this concludes the webinar. So thank you for being on. It's been a pleasure. I know we're out of time tonight. I want to thank Steve Klein for being on. Thank you, Steve, for sharing about the Law of Attraction and Dream Builder Coach. Can't wait to have you back. And let's end the night by everyone saying good night and God bless.
God bless.
Good night. God bless.
Good night. God bless.
And good night. God bless.
Good night. God bless.
Thank you.